Hello friends! Do you like incense as much as I do? Well, if you do, and if you're looking for an incense fragrance that's light and fresh and effervescent, stay tuned because that's my topic for today. And to those who are new to this channel, my name is Victoria and I'm a professionally trained perfumer and a writer. And here I share my experience from working in the fragrance industry for the past 15 years. And I talk about fragrances and ingredients and perfumery profession and all other topics related to scent. So when it comes to incense, I talked about frankincense in my last video, and many people asked me to give more recommendations for fresh frankincense fragrances, because generally this note is interpreted as, in many different guises actually, there's no one general way, but it can be fresh if it's paired with other fresh ingredients, or it can be rich and dark if it's paired with something that's dark and warm and balsamic, for instance. But fresh and crisp, radiant incense fragrances are really beautiful because frankincense is a beautiful note with lots of complexity. Different Boswellia species produce incense with different characteristics, and also depending on where it's grown, in which country, it smells slightly differently. But in all of the cases, frankincense is a faceted note and it really picks up, it's a chameleon note, as I mentioned already several times. It picks up whatever is present in the formula. So if you're looking for a fresh, bright frankincense fragrance, then look for fragrances that include ingredients like citrus, that focus more on clean woods, maybe spices like black pepper, pink pepper, cardamom, even florals, green notes. If you see frankincense paired with green notes, chances are that it will smell crisp and bright rather than, smoky and rich and warm. So I selected 3 fragrances, and because to me these 3 are representative of this style, and also I haven't mentioned them before. So the first one is Aedes de Venustas, Copal Azur. Copal, of course, is another ingredient, and I'll cover it another time. But in this particular fragrance, the beautiful aspect of this fragrance, how it pairs incense and retains this beautiful, crisp note from top to bottom. So if you smell frankincense resin, just if you smell it straight out of the jar, unprocessed, it has almost this peppery black pepper scent. Like crushed black peppercorns, and also a little bit of green note, resinous, something piney, and it's extremely fresh. It's bright. It's just so effervescent. So in Copal Azur, these aspects are highlighted. There's also a citrus note, and it's just effervescent. It starts this way and it continues in the same fashion, and it lasts really well, so you can almost wear it like a cologne, but it has layers, and so it's much more interesting in terms of your experience with it throughout the day. And the second fragrance is Comme de Garçons, Zagorsk. Zagorsk is a name of a town in Russia that was actually, Zagorsk was its Soviet name because the town was renamed during the Stalin era. It was called Sergeyev Posad, and the name Sergeyev Posad was restored to the town in 1991. So why did this a fragrance is named after Zagorsk, after Sergeyev Posad? Because Sergeyev Posad is associated with one of the largest and most important Eastern Orthodox or Russian Orthodox sanctuaries, the Trinity Lavra. And the scent of incense is what inspired this fragrance. Of course, it's a fantasy. Orthodox incense has the warm, smoky aspect because usually frankincense is blended with myrrh, and also benzoin for sweetness. So Zagorsk to me does not smell like an Orthodox church, but it has a really beautiful impression of cold woods. So it's like almost frozen woods. And this fragrance blends a cocktail of different woods, cedar wood, different types of cedar wood. There is this violet iris aspect. It's really beautiful. It's fresh. It's crisp. It really smells a little bit wintry. Like I said, it smells to me of something frozen, iced branches. And by the way, Comme des Garçons also has a number of great incense fragrances. Its incense series are excellent, and Kyoto in the incense series is also a beautiful fragrance, which is not too heavy or too smoky, but it doesn't quite fit with my theme today, which is fresh and crisp. Although I should mention it because I really like that fragrance as well. And my third fragrance is another example of how incense can play well with so many other notes, and it's Hermès Jardin sur le Nil. And that fragrance blends notes of floral notes and green fruity notes. Incense there is just a touch. So I probably can't say that it's 100% incense fragrance where incense is one of the dominant notes. But incense plays an important role because it adds this really intriguing twist. What would be just another fruity floral fragrance, and the accord is beautiful. I like that fragrance very much, but I wouldn't say it's one of the most innovative fragrances. But the touch of incense really gives it this really beautiful undercurrent, which is somewhat intriguing. It's peppery and woody and crisp, so it just adds a nice counterpoint. And those are my three choices. I think that incense, or frankincense, I should say, is used so much in so many different contexts. So coming up with such lists is actually difficult. But I wanted to mention these three because they're my personal favorites, and I think they're technically accomplished and very interesting and beautiful to wear. So let me know what incense fragrances you enjoy, what you are enjoying this summer, and as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.